Imagine losing both your parents before you even turned 13. Orphaned, alone, and sent to a boarding school. Hans Wilsdorf faced heartbreak most of us can't even imagine. But this pain sparked a fire in him. A fire that would one day create one of the most iconic luxury brands in the world, Rolex. How did an orphan boy from Germany build a global empire that still defines success today? Watch to find out. Welcome to Truthful. If you're liking what you see, let me know in the comments. And now, let's dive into the story. Born on March 22, 1881, in the small Bavarian town of Kulmbach in Germany, Hans Wilsdorf's life started with comfort, but soon turned into one of the most painful childhoods imaginable. At the young age of just 12, he lost his mother, and only a few months later, his father also died suddenly, leaving Hans and his siblings as complete orphans. The family business had to be sold to pay for their schooling, and young Hans was sent away to a boarding school, where he lived with deep grief, loneliness, and uncertainty about his future. Many children would have given up after such tragedy. But this pain lit a fire inside him and built an iron determination that would never leave him. At the age of 19, in 1900, Hans moved to Switzerland, which was the center of the global watchmaking industry at that time. He started working as a simple clerk and correspondent, learning everything he could about watches. He would often take watches home at night and test their accuracy by placing them beside his bed. Very early on, he understood that the world was changing and the future belonged to elegant and reliable wristwatches instead of the old bulky pocket watches. In 1905, at only 24 years old, using money he borrowed from his brother and sister, he partnered with his brother-in-law and founded his own small company called Wilsdorf & Davis in the famous jewelry district of London. Then came one of the most famous moments in business history. One morning in 1908, while riding on the upper deck of a horse-drawn bus through the crowded streets of London, the perfect name suddenly came to him like a whisper from destiny. The name was Rolex. Short, powerful, easy to pronounce in every language, modern and elegant. On July 2nd, 1908, Rolex was officially registered, and the journey of a lifetime began. With unstoppable obsession and brilliant vision, Hans Wilsdorf began achieving one historic milestone after another that would change the watch industry forever. His Rolex watches quickly proved their superior accuracy and won major official certificates, becoming the first wristwatch ever to receive a prestigious chronometer rating in Switzerland, and later the highest precision award from London's famous Kew Observatory. When World War I brought economic difficulties and strong anti-German feelings in Britain, Hans made one of the boldest decisions of his life. He packed up the entire operation and courageously moved the company to Geneva, Switzerland, where he officially registered Montres Rolex SA in 1920. But his biggest breakthroughs were still to come. In 1926, he introduced the revolutionary Rolex Oyster, the world's first truly waterproof wristwatch, sealed with a groundbreaking screw-down crown that no water could enter. To prove its toughness to the entire world in the most dramatic way possible, Hans gave one of these new watches to the fearless British swimmer, Mercedes Gleitzer. In 1927, she wore it during her record-breaking English Channel crossing, swimming for more than 10 hours in freezing, dangerous waters. When she finally reached the shore exhausted, the Rolex Oyster was taken off her wrist, and it was still ticking perfectly. This single event created one of the most powerful and unforgettable advertising stories in business history. Hans even placed Oyster watches inside fish tanks in shop windows so customers could see them working underwater live. During World War II, he showed an amazing heart of gold by personally replacing Rolex watches that had been confiscated from captured British prisoners of war, including officers from the famous Great Escape, and told them they could pay him back only after the war ended. After the heartbreaking death of his beloved wife Florence in 1944, and having no children, Hans created the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation in 1945. When he finally passed away on July 6, 1960, at the age of 79, he left 100% ownership of Rolex to this foundation. Thanks to this incredibly smart decision, Rolex remains completely private to this day. No shareholders, no stock market pressure, and only one goal: perfection at any cost. Today, Rolex has become the ultimate symbol of success, power, luxury, and achievement across the globe. From Hollywood stars and legendary athletes to professional divers, pilots, and explorers, people from every walk of life wear Rolex with immense pride and confidence. Iconic models like the Submariner, worn by James Bond and real-life deep-sea divers, the Daytona, made famous by racing legend Paul Newman, and the Datejust have all become timeless classics. The company still handcrafts every single watch in its own factories in Switzerland, using the highest quality materials and the strictest quality control in the world. Some models are so popular that customers wait for years just to buy one. Many people own their Rolex for 30, 40, or even 50 years and pass them down to their children and grandchildren like precious family treasures. Hans Wilsdorf did not simply build a watch company. He created a living legend of precision, durability, and human ambition. From a heartbroken young orphan who lost everything early in life, to the man who founded one of the most valuable and respected brands in human history, his journey is pure proof that real greatness is often born from pain, driven by clear vision, and completed through relentless hard work and perfection. Every single time someone straps a Rolex onto their wrist, they are not just wearing a luxury watch. They are carrying a small piece of one of the greatest, most inspiring success stories ever told. If you enjoyed this story of Hans Wilsdorf and the incredible journey of Rolex, then hit that like button and subscribe to Truthful for more real, detailed, and inspiring stories from history, business, and extraordinary lives. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Which luxury brand or success story should I cover next? Tell me in the comments below. I read every single one. Thank you so much for watching Truthful. Stay inspired, stay truthful, and I'll see you in the next video.